Number 7, the budget perfectionist. Your spreadsheets are color-coded. Every transaction is categorized to the penny, and your monthly budget looks like a financial masterpiece. You probably think this control means you're managing money well, but psychology suggests it might be feeding a deeper spending compulsion, a mind so focused on tracking every dollar that it justifies unnecessary purchases. Research from Duke University found that people who obsessively track their spending often develop what psychologists call moral licensing, the belief that because they're monitoring so carefully, they've earned the right to splurge. Your brain becomes so preoccupied with the system of budgeting that it misses the actual problem. You're still spending money you don't need to spend. The spreadsheet isn't controlling your spending. It's giving you permission to continue it. Your meticulous tracking creates an illusion of financial responsibility while your bank account tells a different story. If your budget is perfect, but your savings aren't growing, you're not managing money. You're managing guilt. Number 6, the reward ritual. You finished a project at work, so you deserve that new gadget. You made it through a tough week, so you earned those expensive shoes. But if every accomplishment comes with a price tag, you're not celebrating success. You're conditioning yourself to associate happiness with spending. Behavioral economics research shows this is one of the most insidious spending triggers. Your brain releases dopamine when you buy something as a reward, creating a neural pathway that links achievement with consumption. A study published in the Journal of Consumer Research revealed that people who regularly reward themselves with purchases score significantly higher on compulsive buying scales. Your brain isn't celebrating your wins, it's creating an addiction loop. Each reward purchase reinforces the pattern, making it harder to feel satisfied without spending money. It's not about treating yourself occasionally. It's about a brain that can't process positive emotions without opening a wallet. You're not rewarding achievement. You're training yourself to need purchases to feel good. If every victory requires a transaction, you've turned success into a spending trigger. Number 5, the deal hunter's paradox. You never pay full price for anything. Your inbox is flooded with promotional emails. You have apps tracking price drops, and you can recite discount codes from memory. While this sounds financially smart, research suggests it might be fueling more spending, not less. A phenomenon psychologists call the deal justification trap. A study from Stanford's Graduate School of Business found that people who identify as deal hunters actually spend 37% more annually than those who shop without seeking discounts. Your brain isn't saving money, it's finding reasons to spend it. When you see a 50% off sale, your brain doesn't calculate what you're spending, it celebrates what you're saving. This cognitive distortion turns every discount into a purchase justification. You're buying things you wouldn't have considered at full price simply because they're on sale. Your brain has been hijacked by the thrill of the deal, not the wisdom of the purchase. A mind focused on getting the best price is still a mind focused on spending. If your savings require you to spend money you weren't planning to spend, you're not saving, you're just spending with extra steps. Number 4, lifestyle creep blindness. You got a raise, so you upgraded your apartment. You paid off a credit card, so you increased your dining out budget. Your income grows, but somehow you're never getting ahead financially. This automatic expansion of spending to match income is one of the most dangerous money habits because it feels completely rational in the moment. Economists call this hedonic adaptation. Your baseline for what feels necessary constantly rises to meet your resources. Research from the University of Cambridge found that people underestimate lifestyle creep by an average of 42%. Your brain literally can't see that your standard of living is increasing faster than your financial security. You're not making more money, you're just finding more expensive ways to spend it. Each raise becomes an excuse to add permanent expenses rather than building wealth. Your brain interprets increased income as permission to increase spending, creating a cycle where you're always just getting by regardless of what you earn. This isn't about enjoying your success. It's about a brain that can't distinguish between having more money and needing to spend more money. If your savings rate stays the same despite earning more, you're not advancing financially. You're just spending at a higher level. Number 3, the emotional void filler. You had a bad day, so you browse online stores. You're feeling lonely, so you scroll through shopping apps. You're stressed, so you add items to your cart. When shopping becomes your primary emotional coping mechanism, you're not managing feelings, you're monetizing them. Neuroscience research reveals that retail therapy isn't actually therapeutic. A study published in the Journal of Psychology and Marketing showed that people who shop to regulate emotions experience only temporary mood improvements, followed by increased anxiety about spending. Your brain is using purchases as a band-aid for deeper issues. Each time you shop to feel better, you strengthen the neural connection between negative emotions and spending money. You're literally training your brain that discomfort requires a transaction to resolve. This isn't occasional stress relief, it's outsourcing your emotional well-being to your credit card. A brain that can't sit with uncomfortable feelings without spending is a brain that's developed a dependency. You're not treating yourself with compassion, you're avoiding your emotions by buying your way past them. If your shopping cart fills up when your mood goes down, you're not fixing problems, you're creating expensive ones. Number 2. The comparison shopping spiral. Your friend bought a new car, so suddenly yours feels outdated. Your coworker renovated their kitchen, so now yours seems inadequate. You see influencers with the latest tech, and your perfectly functional devices feel obsolete. But this constant comparison isn't motivating you. It's manipulating you into spending money to keep up with standards that don't matter. Social comparison theory explains that humans naturally evaluate themselves against others. But social media has weaponized this instinct into a spending trigger. Research from the Journal of Consumer Psychology found that people exposed to aspirational social media content spend 29% more on discretionary purchases. Your brain isn't making purchasing decisions based on need. It's responding to perceived social pressure. Each comparison creates a false sense of inadequacy that feels solvable through spending. You're not buying things because you want them. You're buying them because someone else has them. This isn't about keeping standards, it's about letting other people's choices dictate your financial decisions. A mind constantly measuring itself against others is a mind that will never feel like it has enough. If your purchases are driven by what others have, rather than what you actually need, you're not building your life, you're funding your insecurity. Number 1, the future self delusion. You buy an expensive gym membership you'll definitely use. You purchase a course you'll get around to. You invest in equipment for a hobby you'll start soon. But if your spending is based on who you hope to become rather than who you actually are, you're not investing in your future, you're paying for a fantasy version of yourself. This is called aspirational purchasing, and it's one of the most powerful drivers of unnecessary spending. Your brain is excellent at convincing you that buying something will transform you into the person who uses it. You're not purchasing a product. You're purchasing the feeling of being someone you're not. Each aspirational purchase creates a momentary sense of progress without requiring actual change. It's cognitive shortcut where spending money feels like taking action. A brain that confuses purchasing with transformation is a brain that will keep spending without ever changing. You're not building a better future, you're buying permission to stay the same while feeling like you're improving. If your home is filled with unopened purchases meant for a future version of yourself, you're not planning ahead. You're avoiding the present by spending your way toward an illusion. Thanks for watching. If you recognize yourself in any of these habits, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights on building a healthier relationship with money.